Hey friends, this is Marilyn from Tarot Clarity. I got an overseas package and I'm thrilled today to be able to showcase this deck. It's been a while since I've purchased anything from Giordano Berti, and that's not because I don't love his work. It's just that I have so many of his decks. I really have quite a few of his decks, so I'm not like the few that, yeah, I'm not even familiar with all the ones that he's come out with in recent days, except for this one. I have showcased this same deck, maybe for those of you who follow me and you watch most of my videos, maybe you'll guess it. I have showcased the same deck from another publisher, Nova Mundi, and I purchased one from her from Make Playing Cards, and I really liked it a lot. But then I saw Giordano create the same deck, and I thought, whoa, how do I not get this one from, a really nice paper and all that. And it's been a while, like I said, that I've purchased something from Giordano, so it was due. It was due to buy something from him. So I'm just opening it up. I'll flip the camera to take it out of the box with you. Have you guessed it yet? Sorry, that's my tissue for cleaning the table after the bag was quite dirty. So it comes so well packaged. I mean, it only came in a little bag, but the package itself is quite nice. I don't want to tear anything. Oh, it smells pretty too. It smells real pretty. It's a pretty scent. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me pause and loosen it up a bit. Oh, boy, I just had to give it a little wiggle room there. Well, it is only tissue paper, so I guess I won't fret too much about that. I try to preserve everything nice, but... So it's the Sicilian Tarot. This one, published in 1930, and of course this is a reproduction of it. So I'm going to showcase this one by itself, and then I will do a side-by-side comparing it to the Nova Mundi one from Make Playing Cards. Now, in all fairness to Nova Mundi at Make Playing Cards, we're not going to, see the same kind of quality that we would expect to see from a master, card maker, right? But that's not to say, and I don't mean to degrade the experience of this deck. It's a beautiful deck, but I just wanted to have a nice copy. Now, for those of you who are curious, let me get the invoice. Okay, so the invoice wasn't included in the packaging. One thing I rarely ever discuss is, for those of you who are interested in getting, beautiful decks by the beautiful masters, right? What you could expect to spend. Now, if you're in the United States, you're going to pay for shipping on top of the cost of a quality deck. I'm not really, I don't know for sure, and I don't want to misquote, but I would say that the base, the deck itself was in the neighborhood of maybe 60 euros, I want to say. And then there was probably $20 or $30 shipping fee on top of that. And then there was a $23 tariff fee. So we're talking about a lot of money. This is a beautiful box. Beautiful decoration. Dear Marilyn, thank you for choosing the Sicilian Tarot. I can't recognize what that says. 1930. I'm not sure what this says or something, these cards. I'm sure you will soon discover something of Sicily. I'll have to spend time trying, I'm looking at it through a lens, so I don't want to like falter and spend too much time trying to figure that out. So we have an extra card from another deck. And another deck. I don't think I have either of these two. I don't recognize either of those two. Marco has just recently opened a new, begun a new magazine, Tarot Focus, International Magazine of Tarology, Symbolism, and Occulture. One thing I always really like about purchasing things from Giordano is that there's always a little pamphlet or something to give us some information on the deck that we've purchased. So it's the Trinacria. Okay, so that's what that word was in there that I couldn't make out. Tarocchi, Siciliani, Trinacria, 1930, Sicilian Tarot. And okay, so we have it side by side, English and Italian. Attached to this leaflet is the ominous deck printed in a limited edition of 900 copies, numbered and hand-signed on a warranty card by the editor, Giordano Berti, who holds the rights. So what number have I? I don't think, well, maybe it's in the bag or something. I don't see a number on this. But I would expect that it's a high number because this has been out for a little while and I didn't rush to get it. I looked at it for a long time and then decided I wanted to get it. Oh, here we go. 60. Oh, my goodness. I didn't think I would have such a good number, such a low number. Well, for those of you who are interested in this, deck, or maybe interested after you see this video, it looks like there's plenty left. So this tarot has been produced in 2026 by Rinascimento, Italy. Limited edition, 900 numbered copies, signed by editor Giordano Berti. Oh my gosh. So it's a nice size. It's a little bit bigger than the others, I think. I'll just take one out to compare the size. I'm not going to do a comparison at this moment, just the size. And of course, it's made with, handcrafted papers. Similar, just a smidge bigger, just a smidge wider and taller, but not by much. Let's listen to the sound it makes. It feels good. It feels real good. Oh, that sounds nice. Sounds really nice. Ah, and so here we have the names in Italian and English. So, I Picciotti, the boys. That's interesting. The Empress. I could do without the English name. I don't need the English name. I know what they're called, but I know a lot of people appreciate having the names on them. Here's the Emperor. Notice a different numbering. Constancy. And I mentioned that number 4 was Constancy in the other deck. Temperance is 5. Boy, the colors are gorgeous. And look at that border. It's like a tile. Excuse me. Fortitude. Justice. Oh, I do apologize. Here we have love. So you'll observe, okay, so we have number 10 as the Wheel of Fortune. I didn't see Miseria or maybe they'll be at the end of the Triumph Order. The 2 extra cards. So we have the Hanged Man, the Hermit, Death, the Vessel. So that, you know, as I had mentioned when I was reviewing this deck, the Devil is not in this deck, and it wasn't replaced by the ship. I think some people, you know, thought they could replace the Devil with the ship or something, but that's really not the case. It's its own card. The Tower, which is it's not in the process of being, you know, damaged. There's no reference to divinity, right? There's no reference to any kind of fall from grace. And I like the Sun and the Moon card, the Moon and the Sun card, because we have, this is how I understand it, somebody who's sleeping and being betrayed by somebody, right? Hey, look, there he is. And he's sleeping next to a weapon. And I guess it's a different guy, but it seems like it could be a story of the same guy because somebody's smacking him over his head with his same weapon. So somebody betrays him, and then somebody comes along and gets him. So the number 18 for the Sun, in the sense that it's like, you know, not a good, you know, we think of the Sun as like a really wonderful thing, right? But in a way, it is a wonderful thing because the Moon, you don't know who you can trust. And in the Sun, you see plain as day who you can trust and who you can't trust. I don't know that if they're supposed to be the same individual. They certainly don't have the same clothes on, but it seems like a little bit of a continued narrative, right? Then we have Atlas with his globe and Zeus, or Jupiter, excuse me. Okay, here we have the Fugitive. Is that what that's called? Okay. Fugitive in Miseria is poverty. Huh. So I think, is it possible that Giordano added the names? Maybe, I don't know if they were on the deck or not. And I don't know if the border was on the deck or not. I don't know how much of it is his embellishment, but it says, let's see. Well, I'm not sure. This looks like an interesting read, though. I mean, it's brief information, but I think it's packed with a lot of good information. But I don't really think he discusses if he added anything to it or if this is the way it was printed. Now, we do know that there were certain cards, certain pip cards that had to be added, which I think were like what this probably tells us. Ace to 4. Okay, so it was decided to eliminate the numerals from ace to 4, with the exception of the ace, the suit of coins. So he had to create ace to 4 of every suit but the coins. So I guess this is the way it looked, front and back. Oh, I like that. I like the way that's designed. So here we have a page, a knight, a queen, a king. So I don't have any information on the Nova Mundi. You know, was it created? Was it a copy of the one from 1930 as well? She added. I know she added the border, and I would presume that maybe Giordano added the border too, but there's no information. Beautifully done. Very, very beautifully done. Colors are super rich. I like petite decks, so it's a nice petite size. It is a little bit different, so you know, than a regular tarot deck. Not in the pip order or the court order, but the triumph order is a little different. So you'd have to make a few adjustments. Beautiful ace of swords. Nicely done. Seamless. I don't think anyone would know that those cards were not already part of the deck. So let's do a few shuffles. Oh no, I don't want to shuffle it. I don't want to shuffle it until I do a side-by-side comparison with this one, because then I'd have to put it back in order again. But I will be sure to shuffle it after I do the side-by-side. I like the way the sides look. Get it at a certain angle. It's beautiful. Feels good, it feels real good in the hand. Real good. Great quality cardstock. Awesome. So this is, you know, this is why you spend money on a tarot deck, you know. I mean, really, you know, in the past 3 or 4 decks that I bought from Etsy and eBay, and I'm not criticizing anybody who has an Etsy or eBay shop, because there are people on Etsy and eBay who I trust, right? But the people who I don't know and I don't have any real experience with, except for my bad experiences, I've probably spent close to what I spent for this deck, for decks that are just inconsequential, and, you know, I regret purchasing them. But a deck like this, you would never regret. You know, a quality deck, you know, from one of the masters, you would never, ever regret. So I hope you enjoyed this little review or this little unboxing. It's gorgeous. It is a little different, so you know, don't expect it to be a regular tarot deck. The Triumph order is sequenced differently, and they have some cards that are absolutely different. So there's that. And so it would take some getting used to, probably not by somebody who's, you know, brand new to tarot, maybe not a great deck for you to have to learn with or anything like that. But if you've been around the block for a little while and you want to, like, just, you know, challenge yourself and have a little fun with, you know, with a different kind of deck, this is a great one. Until next time, friends, peace, stay well, be brave, be kind, with boundaries. Show up, speak up, and vote. Bye.